like, and subscribe. Understand this. I am unapologetically melanated, and I'm here to tell the truth. Now let's begin. I found it interesting that Kansas came out in red, white, and blue, somewhat symbolic of the United States. Was there a message in them wearing red, white, and blue? Of course there was. Nothing in this world is done by accident. Everything is thought out. Now, understand this. Colorado's first offensive possession of the game, Shedeur Sanders threw a perfect pass to Travis Hunter, in which he would have caught the ball and ran into the end zone and tied the game up. Big play. The reason why Colorado has a low percentage of completed plays on third downs is because they are a big play team. Usually, most of their plays result in 10 yards or more, negating the need for third downs. This is how explosive a team that they are. So understand this. The pass interference call was not made, and it should have been called. The second play I want to talk about is pictured in the thumbnail. Shedeur Sanders' knees were targeted, and if he would have had a knee planted in the ground, it could have injured him for the rest of his life. It could have prevented him from becoming the number 1 or the number 2 draft pick in the NFL. If he would have been turned frontwards instead of sideways, it could have injured possibly both knees. That's how vicious the hit was after the ball was released. The referee threw a flag, and it was going to be for roughing the passer, but he picked it up, and they let it go. Now, can 2 plays stop a team from winning a game? Can 2 penalties stop a team from winning a game? Yes, depending on the time in which they happen in the game. Similar to the pass interference non-call during one of the games. During the game, I believe it was during the game that Colorado lost by 3. It was the last play of the game. There was a pass interference call, infraction that was not called. I say this to say that it depends on when these calls are made, whether or not they affect the game. Now understand this. If these 2 flagrant calls were not made, it would be naive to think that there weren't other calls that were not made. And understand this, Kansas City players they knew what they could get away with, and they got away with calls. I saw a number of holding calls that were not called during the game. I think that Dion said that the team was overhyped. I believe the team forgot that they weren't just playing Kansas, they were also playing the refs. They were also playing the refs. And when a team like Colorado gives up 300 and something yards on the ground, there is something wrong. There is something wrong. No team can run on Colorado like that. If they can run on Colorado like that, then they would be 9-0 in the SEC. If you can run like that on one of the best run defensive teams in college football, so you know something was up. However, we don't have proof of everything they've done unless you go through the film with a fine-tooth comb. But one thing we do know, pass interference call on Travis changed the psyche of the Colorado Buffaloes. The targeting of Shedeur's knees changed the psyche of the team as well. But understand this. The Colorado Buffaloes are God's team. They are the only team that I know of since I've been watching football where there was a complaint about the team praying. Why was there a complaint about the team praying unless they know that prayers work? Why would you fear a person praying if you're an atheist? If you're an atheist, why do you fear a person praying? You would consider that a waste of time. Think, people, think. Like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Consider this food for thought, but also understand this. That game is on film. Those pictures are on the internet. Those are receipts. For you who do evil, those are your receipts. And understand this. God's spiritual warriors see you. Understand this. God's spiritual warriors are being held back so that all the receipts can be put in for final judgment. Like, subscribe, talk to you later.